up, everyone, and happy Friday. In today's video, we're going to make it quick and to the point, and we're going to be covering the top stocks that I like right now, but let's get right into it. So it's Friday. We don't have time to waste. So right off the bat, the market has been pretty volatile over the past week. We saw a lot of movement both to the upside and the downside, and we saw a lot of mixed movement. Like we have stocks like Microsoft soaring past her all-time high today, where we have a lot of other stocks kind of dipping down, especially a lot of growth stocks. So like the top stock, there are a couple stocks I like right now, but one of them is Corsair, CRSR. I really like this stock for the long term, and it's just been like slowly just like fading off over the past couple months. I think they have a ton of growth potential, and what I really like about them is that no one's really talking about them right now. Like you're always going to hear about stocks like CRSR, Palantir, DraftKings, Peloton, and Zoom when they're already breaking their all-time highs, but stocks don't really get that much attention when they're like bouncing off like critical support levels or when they're low. You know, it's just like how the market works. There's like when there's no hype, no one really pays attention to any of the stocks, and that's really like you get your best deals when no one else is looking at the stock. So for example, I really like Corsair right now. It's at a pretty good level. It's right around like $26.50. I like it for the long term. It's not bad for leaps either. Implied volatility is pretty low. We're bouncing off a big level, like I said. And, you know, this doesn't mean that Corsair is going to go up to $30 next week. Like, I like it for the next couple months. So that's the first one. The next one is PENN, and this one is significantly down from its all-time high of like 142. Right now it's sitting right around like 67. Again, it's at a major support level. IV is relatively low, and you're getting in at like a pretty good dip. Like, you know, who knows? Maybe it falls down to 65 or 60. Like, you know, this doesn't mean that it's the bottom right here, but overall it's at a pretty solid level. They're a solid company. They have a lot of growth potential, and they're in a great industry. You know, they do a lot with like gaming and gambling and stuff like that. And in my opinion, that industry will always do well, and it has a lot of room to grow, especially with more and more states legalizing like online sports betting and all that stuff. And, you know, I love DraftKings too, and that's the next stock, DKNG. This is one of my favorite stocks over the next couple years. Again, it's bouncing off a major support level. It's not quite at lows. It's like right around 52 or so. IV's very low, which means it's a good time to get leap options if you want. They have a lot of potential up to their all-time high of around $74, $75 or so. I really like this company. They're growing so much. They have very strategic partnerships. Like they had a partnership with the Ravens, with the NFL this week, and you know they're launching their NFT business is booming right now. They signed a deal with Autograph Co, and it's just been going great. So I really like this stock. It's at its lows right now, and it's pretty solid. Next one is NIO. This one's been struggling a lot over the past couple months. Again, you know, they have a lot of growth potential. They are involved in electric vehicles. They're at pretty close to some major support levels right at 35. IV is, I don't want to say like low because it's not super low, but it's like kind of mid-range right now. I really like this one for selling puts and just averaging into shares. This doesn't mean it's the bottom, so that's why I like it for averaging into shares. Maybe buy a little bit right now and maybe a little bit more in a month or so. So I really like this one. Solid company. Its all-time high is right around $67, and they have a lot of growth potential. The next one is RDFN. This is Redfin. They also have a ton of growth potential, and they sold off so much from their all-time high for like $98. Right now you can pick them up for like $46.50, and if they were to test their all-time high again, that would be around 100% return. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to test its all-time high, but overall, I love the stock. Solid company. I love it for selling puts right now. That max weekly is pretty solid. You know, they're growing a lot. They're on a very strong upward trajectory, and you're getting them on the dip. You know, in certain ways, it kind of reminds me of a Zoom setup a little while ago. Zoom, obviously awesome upwards trajectory. It dipped down to around 300. We bought calls on it and ended up popping up to 400, and we actually sold out pretty close to the high. So it's pretty awesome. Now that doesn't mean Redfin's going to do the same exact thing, but it reminds me of that setup. And the last one is definitely risky. It's a unique play. It's definitely not for everyone, and it is definitely the riskiest play. However, I want to bring it up, and that's FXI. And this is basically an ETF of a bunch of China stocks. Stocks like BABA, JD, THE, TCEHY, which is Tencent. It's just, they're tanking right now. There's a lot of negative China news, and some people are saying, no, never touch China stocks, and some people are saying it's time to buy the dip. So I just want to bring this one up. I'm considering it. I definitely want to sell some puts on it soon. IV is very high, so it can be a win-win if you wouldn't mind being assigned shares at a low price. Right now, it's at like $38.70. The high recently is 54. If we go to that max weekly, their all-time high is 73. So, it has potential, but like I said, it's a unique play, it's risky, and it's not for everyone. But, with everything being said, there are opportunities in this market. CRSR, it's significantly off its all-time high. Same thing with PENN, NEO, DraftKings, Redfin, and then of course FXI. A lot of people, no one talks about stocks when they're dipping. You're going to hear about all these stocks again, either in a couple months from now or a couple years from now when they're breaking their all-time highs. So either way, always do your own research. Always trust your gut. These plays are a little risky. Do your own research. I really like them. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. But besides that, have an amazing weekend.